On to the top focus at this hour. Legal heat is mounting on actor Allu Arjun in the December 4th Stampede case. The Telugu star was questioned for over 3 hours by the Hyderabad police, but legal woes for the actor are likely to continue. Now, according to sources, Allu Arjun may be questioned again by the cops. Times Now has accessed inside details of the actor's grilling today. A team of ACP, DCPs and other police officials have questioned him. He was asked whether he had permission to bring private security to the theatre and what agency the bouncers belonged to. Allu Arjun was asked whether he was aware that bouncers did not allow the police to approach him and that the bouncers pushed the police and the fans at the theatre. He was also confronted over his claim that he did not know about the victim's death until the next day. Now, as the investigation gathers pace, Times Now has also accessed never-seen-before CCTV footage from the day of the stampede. The first CCTV shows the fans rushing out of the theatre and the victim, Revati, being dragged out amidst the melee. Another CCTV footage also captures the actor's bouncers charging at the fans in an attempt to bring the situation under control. Meanwhile, a political slugfest over the case has begun, with the BJP and the BRS have slammed the Telangana government, alleging that the actor was being targeted. BJP leader Rajiv Chandrasekhar says that it's a case of Congress's extortion gone wrong.
I think he's trying to compete who's the superstar in Telangana. He's trying to show that he's a superstar than Allu Arjun. Victimizing and bullying is unacceptable. Now, what is happening in the whole case is a clear case of victimization and a clear case of bullying.
Whole thing smells of an extortion racket. The fact that this is a joint venture between Chief Minister Revanth Reddy and a rabble-rouser like Akbaruddin Owaisi, to me, prima facie makes this look like a complete shakedown and extortion racket that has gone wrong.
Congress has failed miserably in fulfilling their 6 guarantees. They failed utterly in fulfilling any of the promises that they've made. There are more than 420 promises that they've made. BRS has exposed them in the just concluded assembly session. So to cover up their failures, Congress is bringing up every new issues now and then and trying to divert the attention of our people.
And amidst the opposition's allegations of persecution of the actor, a leader of the ruling party, Congress MLA Bhupati Reddy, has issued an open threat to the Pushpa star, saying that if he doesn't mend his ways, Congress workers won't allow his films to run. Another Congress leader ridiculed Allu Arjun, saying that those playing the role of smugglers are being glorified and honored with awards.
ruling party ఇవాళ మీరు మీకు ఇచ్చిన గౌరవాన్ని ఉంచి ఇక్కడ వ్యాపారం చేసుకోండి. కానీ మా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారి మీద మాట్లాడినా ఇంకేదో నీకు ఉన్నది ఏందా, నువ్వు పగటి వేషగాడివి, డబ్బులు ఖర్చు పెట్టి డబ్బులు సంపాదించుకునే వ్యాపారస్తుడి, నువ్వు ఈ సమాజానికి ఏం చేసావు, నీ గౌరవం ఇవ్వాలి. మీరు వ్యాపారం చేసుకుని బతకండి అంతే. మీ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఏముందా తెలంగాణకు? 100% మేము హెచ్చరిక జారీ చేస్తా ఉన్నాము. ఇంకా మన ఇంటి ముంగట కొంతమంది వాళ్ళు జాయింట్ యాక్షన్ కమిటీ వాళ్ళు ఏదో చేసినట్టు, కానీ ఖచ్చితంగా ఇట్లనే ఇదే పద్ధతిగా మార్చుకోకుంటే తప్పదంగా కాంగ్రెస్ కూడా తెలంగాణలో మీ సినిమాలు కూడా ఆడడం కొడుకని చెప్తాం.
పోలీస్ అధికారులు చట్టబద్ధంగా ఉండేటువంటి డ్యూటీలో ఉంటారు. ఒక స్మగ్లర్ పాత్రలో ఉండేటువంటి ఒక స్మగ్లింగ్ చేసేటువంటి హీరోలు పోలీస్ అధికారులను పోలీస్ స్టేషన్లలో బయట బట్టలు ఇప్పేసి నిలబెట్టి యథేచ్ఛగా స్మగ్లింగ్ చేసేటువంటి సినిమాలకు మాత్రం కేంద్రం నుంచి అవార్డులు వస్తున్నాయి.
The husband of the deceased woman has once again absolved Allu Arjun of any wrongdoing. He says that both the star and the state have supported him.
दिल राजू जी ने भास्कर जी हमसे बात किया है और आपको पूरा सपोर्ट करेंगे बोलकर कह रहे हैं, तो आपका क्या कहना है इस पे और आपको सपोर्ट कैसा है सरकार से और अल्लू अर्जुन के टीम से?
वही अल्लू अर्जुन सर के तो बोला ना, स्टार्टिंग से तो सपोर्ट था. अभी सर बोले सो अभी क्या करेंगे अभी देखेंगे अभी.
और आज अल्लू अर्जुन जी को फिर क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए बुलाया है और आपने कहा कि हम वापस कोई केस ले लेंगे, इस चीज़ को आप कैसा देखते हैं?
वही मेरे को सपोर्ट जो होना था वो सपोर्ट स्टार्टिंग से है बोल के मैं केस वापस लेने के लिए रेडी था.
तो आज भी रेडी है आप?
हाँ, अभी भी रेडी हूँ मैं.
और उनकन से सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, क्योंकि वो तो कह रहे थे कि अभी कल पुष्पा टीम के मतलब जो प्रोड्यूसर्स है वो भी आपसे मिलकर 50 लाख का
वो कल 50 लाख का चेक दिए थे. मैत्री मूवीज रवि सर.
तो अभी सिचुएशन ठीक है आपके बेटे का?
अभी थोड़ा ठीक है.
And Times now has accessed exclusively a copy of the remand papers that have been filed by the Hyderabad police in this particular matter. And what have they claimed? Let's take a quick look. They've said that there's sheer negligence on part of Allu Arjun and his team. They've also gone on to add that there was a complete failure in anticipating the crowd at that particular location. The theatre management didn't make any additional provisions over there, which should have been made. There should have been a separate entry or exit for the actors, but that clearly was not there, is what the Hyderabad police is saying. They've also said that Allu Arjun's personal security started pushing the public who were gathered over there. And due to this irresponsible action, the woman and her son suffocated. This is the statement coming in as far as the Hyderabad police is concerned.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us with us is Kishore Poredi, spokesperson of the BJP. Krishank Mane is spokesperson of the BRS. With us is Priyadarshini Singh, actress. Mr. Redana is a former IPS officer of Telangana joining us. Brijesh Kalappa, political analyst, is with us. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, is with us. Let me start first and foremost. Brijesh Kalappa, you've seen the statements coming in from the BJP, from all sorts of, tarnishing the reputation of Allu Arjun, a targeted attack to allegations of some kind of, partnership between the Congress and the MIM over there, to whether this is some attempt at blackmail. There have been all sorts of allegations. And today, with the grilling, as well as, several political leaders coming out and speaking, those charges from the BRS and the BJP only seem to be getting louder and louder. Brijesh.
Madhav, as far as the BJP is concerned, they're a very minor kind of political alignment in Telangana. Of course, they would like to benefit from this crisis, and therefore they are trying to make statements and try to incite Allu Arjun into, supporting them, and or to even join their ranks and so on and so forth. But this is part of their politics. But as far as I think the state of Telangana is concerned, I think they've decided to tread on something which at the moment looks highly unpopular. That is to take on a major star like Allu Arjun. And I think as far as time goes, because now when additional material comes, when it is realized by lots of people that look, there was a denial of permission to conduct, to have a screening that day for the stars and all this. And I think the state has behaved fairly responsibly in trying to ensure that more such incidents are not repeated in future. Because this incident, of course, has actually happened. But I think it's the onus on the state to ensure that these kind of, incidents do not recur.
No,
Therefore,
but just explain this to me. I'm just trying to say one thing. The police might be doing a fair job as far as the investigation is concerned and may not be doing a fair job, is the charge coming in from the opposition. But look at the kind of positioning. We've seen over the past few days an attack that has taken place in Allu Arjun's house, vandalism, if you can call it that. There are leaders, including MLAs, who are openly threatening to boycott the actor. You have others who have filed a police case against him. There is one Mr. Malana, who has gone ahead and said that he has insulted the police force and therefore a case has been filed against him. This is not a coincidence, is what the political opponents of the Congress are saying.
The political opponents may say something. Point is this, that one life has been lost, one is in critical condition. So therefore, I think the onus is on the state to protect them and for the chief minister to protect them.
Okay.
Today, if somebody has gone and attacked Allu Arjun's house, then that person wears alternate colors. He's a BRS sometime, he's a congressman sometime. So there's no point in saying that this man is, has
he's
been
currently with the Congress party, sir.
Party.
He's from the same constituency as the chief ministers, and he happens to be the youth Congress president of Kodangal.
No, that's right, but he's sometimes BRS, sometimes a Congress party. So he's basically an opportunist. And he's.
And what about the two MLAs who are threatening him?
This incident to try to get into the chief minister's good book.
What about the MLAs who are threatening him?
No. See, as far as see, across the country today, if an outlaw is being projected in a particular manner, there will be some stray voices which speak against him. And that outlaw is then going to take on a
with due respect, Brajesh
I've not seen the
Kalappa,
movie,
members of
but this
legislative
one
assemblies
people
cannot be
don't
called stray voices. All right, Kishore Poreddy is smiling. I think he wants to reply to you. Kishore Poreddy, can the MLAs be called stray voices?
First of all, Madhav, see, all the people that you quoted, they are MLAs, ministers, MLCs. So I don't think they are stray voices, first thing. Second thing, if indeed the actor had, committed a mistake or even a crime of negligence or of willful crime, you have filed a case, you can investigate, the High Court has given bail, you can investigate and then go to trial and get him the appropriate punishment that he deserves if he has really done something wrong. But what you see is a concerted effort from all angles, even including physical threats. The vandalism at his house proves that, and verbal threats from ministers and everybody else. And why should a minister in the state cabinet be talking about someone who portrays smuggling is given national awards? Where does that come from? I mean, it is only portrayal. But you know, the current chief minister was caught live on camera offering 50 lakhs to an MLC to vote in a particular way. I mean, to a nominated MLA to vote in a particular way in an MLC election. This was called the note for vote scam. I mean, no one is calling him outlaw because the case isn't yet proved. But he was caught live. And if you victimize, if the government tries to, use all its force against one individual, the public too today have noticed this. And it looks like, as Rajiv Chandrasekaran ji has said, a extortion attempt gone wrong. Because earlier too, they started an institution called Hydra, which said every construction in Twin Cities, which was supposed to be, granted by the permissions granted by the government itself, but which had violations, will be destroyed after 10, 20, 30 years of their construction.
Hydra, of course, is a separate issue. I don't want to bring in that for the moment, but nevertheless...
saying, that looked like an extortion attempt as well.
Okay, there have been extortion attempts in the past, and, Ravi Srivastava, there have been attempts, all sorts of violence and violent protests against those who are detractors of the powers that be there in Telangana. And that is where this becomes extremely important, because here, if you have this kind of action taking place against somebody who's very well known, just look at the kind of arguments. As Kishore Poreddy said, he is portraying negative characters and therefore there should be action taken against him. What happens to freedom of speech, which the India Alliance fights for on a regular basis and, attacks the central government on? The actor is not even free to do whatever kind of roles he wants. What's going on, Ravi Srivastava?
No, good evening, Madhav. First of all, I disagree with the BJP spokesperson who is talking about the MLAs, MLCs trading and some other extortion attempt and this extortion attempt. I don't think that this is any extortion attempt as far as Allu Arjun's case is concerned. Here, I said in the earlier debate as well that the law should take its own course. If we are debating on a premise that Allu Arjun is a big star, his film is grossing into thousands of crores, etc., etc., and he should be given all kind of privileges, I'm sorry, then this is not.
Of course not. No. Ravi, you're twisting the logic completely. It's nobody's case. Once again, Ravi, let me just clarify this. Nobody is anywhere saying that he should not be investigated, he should not be interrogated. But the point is the manner in which there are concerted attempt after attempt to attack him. There is a protest of vandalism that takes place outside his house. You have Congress leaders coming out and openly lambasting the actor. For what? Let the law take its own course. Why give this kind of political commentary? Why threaten to boycott him?
No, such things do happen. When the films are there of a particular supporting a particular right winger or a left winger or kind of those things are there.
Is this film an ideological film?
I am saying.
Ravi Srivastava, have you seen the film? Have you seen at least part one? Is it an ideological film?
I have not seen and I'll never see such
then please don't make this comment, mister. It's a pure entertainment cinema. Let's not bring in this. The point is that this is a person who's being targeted politically, is the argument coming in. And let me bring in the BRS spokesperson, because the BRS has come out to say, Ravi Srivastava, just a minute, listen to the BRS spokesperson now, because your leader, Mr. KTR, has come out to say that this is because of some personal equations or rivalry that has led to this entire case. What's the basis of making that statement there, Krishank?
Well, during an event of this movie, Allu Arjun, while thanking several media personnel, politicians, he failed to remember the name of Telangana Chief Minister, Revanth Reddy ji. After which the video actually got viral, and probably they've taken it very personal. Because why we say this is, time and again, leave about the investigation, Madhav. None other than Chief Minister Revanth Reddy. On a national news channel, some conclave, he speaks about it. He brings this case, equates this case to Sanjay Dutt's Arms Act, Salman Khan's Black Buck case. And in the House of Assembly, we were, as prime opposition party, Madhav, we've asked debate. No, I'm coming to that. We've asked debate for farmer suicides. We've asked debate for
I'll give you a chance to rebut. Let me make his point.
We've asked debate for Gurukul schools. We've asked numerous issues. We've asked about the Gurukul student suicides also. So many deaths. But those didn't get a debate at all. No farmer suicides, no Gurukul student food poisoning, no auto driver suicides, but 1 hour Chief Minister Revanth Reddy on the last day, because Akbaruddin Owaisi, I believe someone told him or he heard some narrative out of so many thousands of people, just because this point came, Revanth Reddy took an opportunity and spoke about this. And after that, after Revanth Reddy's statement, next day, one ACP, one Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Vishnumurthy holds a press meet and says, we will skin Allu Arjun. We will teach him a lesson. That evening, he was suspended. Next day, we see the Youth Congress president. He goes to Allu Arjun's house, attacks.
Right.
And then the lady who was talking, the visual you showed, she is a minister. She is a cabinet minister. She has a problem with this movie. The first part was released 3 years ago. Now they come up and they say, suddenly today, because this case is going on, they say that they have a problem with this movie. And this MLA, I've heard him speaking in other news channels too, Bhupat Reddy, he already declares Allu Arjun is a criminal. And I'll tell you, since we've been debating these issues, we've been representing these issues, this Youth Congress president who's of the Chief Minister's constituency, he has the audacity directly to call us up on our mobile phone and threaten us not to participate in the debates. I have his entire call record on my mobile
That's
phone.
a shocking claim. That's a shocking claim, Ravi Srivastava. Not just silencing the actor, but also silencing political voices. And at the end of the day, it's just an ego tussle. That's what the BRS is saying.
At all. First of all, we should not talk about the film at all. We should talk about the person. The person is responsible for something.
So
he's accused
who's talking about the film, sir? It's Congress leaders who are talking about the film.
That is his prerogative. He can do it. I am asking, he's accused number 11. One number accused, a theatre owner, the film different people, there are 10 more people there. So he is accused number 11. If an investigation is happening, nothing wrong in it. Why should we talk about a film? The film may be a success or a flop. Film is nothing to do with Allu Arjun.
Sir, that is the point that others are making. Why bring up the film? That is exactly the point being made over here.
He is a superstar, so he should not be a law-abiding person.
Of course he should abide by that. So that is the whole point. That is the whole point.
He has to submit himself to the law. That is the last thing.
Sir, who is running away from the law? He has been interrogated 3 hours today. Who said that he is not going to follow the law? But the point is, there appears to be an attempt to target him or witch hunt against him, Ravi Srivastava. That's the charge being made here by the BJP and the BRS.
A life has been lost. The other child is struggling for his life in the hospital. I think somebody has to be accountable for that.
Yes, so somebody has to be held accountable for that. Perhaps even the police or even those responsible for law and order. Let me bring in Mr. Redana. Mr. Redana, can the police really run away from its responsibility? What the police is saying and what Allu Arjun is saying are chalk and cheese. They have two completely different versions of what happened on that particular day. Allu Arjun, for instance, says, I was not informed about the stampede and death. I got to know the next day. The police says, no, we informed him. Then he says, police officers didn't come to me. The cops say that, no, the cops went there. They had to tell him. The bouncers were the ones who delayed. Whatever be the case, even if the theatre management, has failed at some level in providing security, can the police run away from its own responsibility? And is it finding a convenient scapegoat in the theatre management and Mr. Allu Arjun?
No.
Leave aside the political, charge of some kind of vendetta.
See, whether a political man or a VVIP or an actor, if he is so important person, VIP, when he is going on a rally, he should definitely take a permission from the police to protect himself and to protect the public. This is the rule and law. And when the theatre management approached him and gave a letter, there are, in any police station, in a marriage season, you will get not less than 300 to 400 letters for permission. Unless he gave a letter, after giving letter, you are supposed to pay the challan. After that, you have to get the written permission from the police department. And you should also apprise the police that he is so-and-so man is coming and he has the capacity to to attract the people of so many thousands. For that, his theatre is accommodative or not? Are there escapee ways? Or is he denied permission or not? If he is denied permission, why it was not informed to the actor?
Okay.
So it's a where the venue is where there are 11 to 12 theatres are there. Suppose if something untoward incident happens, who is held responsible? Definitely the theatre management is supposed to take the permission from the police department, and if the police denies, definitely it has
Let me bring in Priyadarshini Singh on that.
Of the theatre management to inform the actor.
Priyadarshini Singh, please respond to Mr. Redana. He says that theatre management is responsible and a permission has to be received in writing. The bigger question is, Mr. Allu Arjun says that I was not informed that there is no permission. But while a letter was perhaps written by the theatre management, they didn't follow up. They didn't get the requisite permissions and clearances in time to ensure that there is adequate police bandobast on that particular day.
And apart from that, so how many staff is required for that? Also, they have to pay money.
Okay, okay. Let Priyadarshini respond to you.
Can I answer? Can I? Well, I'm telling you, this is unfortunately the irony in this country that actors are supposed to be the soft target because A, they are popular and people would love to watch their stories, and I think Congress is out of the agenda. After losing 2 states, Haryana and Maharashtra, they have nothing else to do. I'm astonished with the fact that Mr. Revati, out of anything, Mr. CM sir, has nothing to do, only talk about Allu Arjun and integrating him. I mean, how is an actor, if an actor is earning money from his hard work, any actor who is working in films or television, they give 18 to 19 hours every day on sets, on promotion, and actors are not supposed to know the location about this. Sometimes actors, when they come for the promotion, they don't know even the location also. So how are we supposed to blame
But
an
madam,
actor?
but there is a question. Today, Allu Arjun's bouncer, Anthony, has been arrested. He's the one who arranged other bouncers. And the point is that he has pushed the fans. And there is some footage to show that yes, this Mr. Anthony or some of the bouncers did push away the fans. There is footage to that effect.
Then you arrest him. No, but that bouncer will not make your media stories, na? But adding Allu Arjun name in it will make your media stories. The point is that actually. Point is that everybody is with their own agenda. I'm sorry to say this debate.
She is blaming
No, how is Allu Arjun is responsible? How is Allu Arjun?
Who has hired him?
I'm sorry, Madhav. I am sorry, Madhav. I'm so sorry. No. How is Allu Arjun? Okay, now can I talk? Can I talk, sir, please?
One by one. But Ravi Srivastava, you had your say. Let others speak.
No.
She has just started speaking. Please let her speak.
I am not blaming media. I am saying that everybody means everybody. CM, the authorities, everybody is having a blame game, and they want to watch the party. Point is that Allu Arjun is a big and a known name. Why didn't you arrest an Anthony? Why is Allu Arjun name? I'm sure, I can guarantee you, I can vouch on it. Allu Arjun must not be aware about any of the statistics which was supposed to be in the theatre hall.
How is Allu Arjun responsible if it's the bouncer who's done what he's done? Ravi, respond.
Not Allu Arjun.
Why
Ravi,
not?
respond.
Who is appointed bouncer? It is Allu Arjun appointed the bouncer. Allu Arjun took him over there. Allu Arjun was standing over the vehicle and raising hands to people. Allu Arjun was doing all drama for himself. What is this? What nonsense is this?
But one question though that is not yet been understood by me, Ravi. Let me come in now.
Bouncer is what for? Bouncer is there? Is he there to beat the people or beat the police? They are there to protect the people there. All people there.
Somebody working in my house. Sorry. Somebody. No. I totally disagree. Somebody working in my house, for example, my staff working in my house.
It's not your house, madam. It's a theater, a public place.
Okay.
It's not your house.
Okay, Ravi, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, if there's no permission, the police could have stopped Mr. Allu Arjun from going there.
Yes.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
What is the threat? What is
Ravi Srivastav.
the threat about it?
What's the question?
I am saying if there is no permission there, you know how big a star Allu Arjun is, you know what his presence can actually do in terms of the crowds and crowd management. Why not prevent Allu Arjun from going there?
They said it. The police says it that we denied the permission.
They denied the permission. They didn't stop him from going. They can physically stop people from going also. They have the power of detention. They have many powers that exist for a law and order situation, sir.
Sir, they cannot abduct the star. They denied the permission. They said don't go there.
Now law and order is not under the police. Krishank.
See, the FIR clearly says that Allu Arjun came to the metro station, which was 300 meters away. 300 meters away. And they say that there was no permission and the permission was rejected. Then why can we see the police there? Why was the bandobast there? And if the bandobast was there, why didn't they stop him at the metro station only? When opposition leaders here in Telangana are house arrested, the police could just say, boss, you don't have a permission, return back, you're not supposed to go. Only
You want to
when
respond to
now
that, Mr. Redana?
You know, all this has come.
Mr. Redana, why did the police not stop him right there at the metro station?
This will be discussed in the court.
And if there was bandobast in the first place, they say on one hand that there is no permission, but there is police bandobast at that location.
See, police are also human beings. Police are not human beings, you mean to say. Suppose thousands of people are waiting for him. If they stop him, there will be definitely a law and order problem again. Throwing chappals, stones, everything. That will happen. Again, so many people will die. See, definitely police also are not Rakshasas. They are also human beings. They will also think in so many ways. See,
So there is a lapse on part of police?
Will definitely.
What are you saying, sir? There is a lapse.
Other side.
Are you admitting that there was a lapse of judgment on part of the police present over there?
No, not lapse.
We reveal and the court will decide.
No. There is no lapse. They are not at fault. Police is not at fault. Even though there is no permission, why they have allowed him? People, thousands of people gathered him. Suppose if they ask him to go back, definitely there will be a revolt. Definitely there will be.
So, but that anyway happened. His presence is only going to increase the crowds. I don't know. Kishore Poretti, does that argument make sense to you?
Yes.
They could have simply warned him and sent him back home. I mean, if they were not in a position to stop the crowd initially, obviously they knew that they will not be able to stop the crowd later on, which did result in a stampede. So what I heard just now said, we avoided the stampede 300 meters away from the theater, and it happened in the theater because we had to avoid that. So they were between a rock and a hard place, and they knew that such thing could happen within the theater in a closed area, but they had to let go because they wanted to avoid the other one. So, I mean, obviously, as you said, there was a lapse. I mean, even if they had to choose between a rock and a hard place, they shouldn't have let them go ahead.
Okay. We'll have to leave it there. Kishore Poretti, many questions, of course, at the moment. A heated political fight as well as to whether there is some kind of plan, given the huge number of statements that we're seeing and extremely charged political statements that have been coming out on this very high-profile case. But for the moment, we'll have to leave it there. Ravi Srivastav, Brijesh Kalappa, Redana, Priyadarshini Singh, Krishank Bane, Kishore Poretti, thanks so much for joining us this evening.